Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. War. Today we're going to be finding the volume and surface area of a right prism. Now here I have a diagram of a right prism, and notice that the shaded in red is your base of your prism. Your base is a triangle, and in order to find the area, that formula is half multiplied by base multiplied by height. And here you also have height of the prism, which is the length from base to base, from one base to the other base. Now, if you're going to find the volume of a right prism, the formula on the GED formula page is V equals to BH. Now, that B is capitalized, and because it's capitalized, there's going to be a key, and if you look at the key, it's going to say that that capital B means area of base, meaning that you have to find the area of the base. Your base is a triangle, so when you go to the formula page on the GED test, you just look for area, you look for your shape, which is a triangle, and you should see the formula. You do not need to memorize any of these formulas. And next, you're going to multiply by the height of the prism. Now, if they ask you to find the surface area, the formula given to you is SA equals to PH plus 2B. Now, the P means that you're going to be finding the perimeter of the base. And remember, perimeter means that you're going to add all the sides, and since your base is a triangle, you're going to add the three sides. The H represents your height, so which will be the height of the prism. Then you're adding 2 times B. Now again, that B is the area of your base. Now let's find volume and surface area of a prism. So in my question here, it says, given the following right triangular prism, calculate volume V and surface area SA. So we'll start with the volume. So volume is B times H. Now remember that big B means you're going to find the area of the base, and our base is a triangle, so that means it will be half times your base times your height. So a triangle is half times base times height. So we have a half times your base. Now here's the base of the triangle. Now I notice that this does not have a value, but when I look down here, this is 11. So if this is 11, this is 11 inches. So your base is 11 times the height of the triangle. So here the height is 6. Now you always know the base and the height because they form that right angle. So if you see that right angle being formed like this, you know the 6 here is your height and this here is your base. And now we're going to multiply that by the height of the prism, and the height of the prism is 18. And we're going to put all of that in our calculator. So we have a half, and then I go to the right, multiply by 11, multiply by 6, multiply by 18. Since everything is a straight multiplication, you can just put everything in your calculator. I hit enter. My answer is 594, and this will be cubic inches because we're finding the volume. Now suppose we want to find surface area. That is the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism plus 2 times the area of the base. So again, the perimeter means we have to add all the sides. So we're adding 8, 8, and 11. So 8 plus 8 plus 11. The height of your prism is 18 plus 2. And we have to find the area of the base, which is half, multiplied by your base, multiplied by your height. In our calculator, so we'll do the first portion. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 11, close. and we're going to multiply that by 18. We can actually put everything in the calculator. Plus, and then we have 2, open the parentheses, we have a half, times 11 times 6. Close our parentheses, and we hit enter. And our answer is 552. And because we're finding surface area, that would be in square inches. And you're finished. Let's try that again. So I have another right prism here. Let's find a volume. Remember, volume is B times H. Remember that big B means that you're finding your area of your base. Your base is right here. This is what is your base. It's a triangle, so the area is half multiplied by base multiplied by height. So we have a half multiplied by your base, which is here. That is 3, multiplies by your height. Now your height is here. Remember, you know your base and your height because it makes that right angle right there. So if this is 3, this is your height. Now I don't see a number here, but I noticed that over here, this is 4. So if this is 4, that is 4. Times 4 multiplied by the height of the prism. Now the height of the prism is down here. It's this length right here. Remember, the height of the prism is the length when you go from base to base, okay? So that is 5. Again, let's put this in our calculator. So we have, now if you don't want to use half as a fraction, you can write a decimal, 0.5 times 3 times 4 times 5. Enter, and our answer is 30 centimeters cube. And that is our volume. Now to find surface area, it's going to be the perimeter of the base multiplied by the height of the prism plus 2 times the area of your base. So the perimeter, we have to add the sides. So this side is 5, 3, and 4. So 5 plus 3 plus 4 multiplied by the height of the prism, which is 5 plus 2. And we're going to multiply by the area of your base, which is a half, multiplied by your base 3, multiplied by your height, which is 4. And again, we're going to put all of this in our calculator. I'm going to put it in my calculator just as I wrote it. So I'm going to open parentheses. I have 5 plus 3 plus 4, close the parentheses, multiplied by 5 plus, open the parentheses, 2 times 0.5 times 3 times 4. So because this is a simple multiplication or straight multiplication, you can just put all of that in your calculator, and we hit enter, and our answer is 72. That will be 72 square centimeters. If you don't want to put everything in the calculator, you can do partial. So you can do this part here, the pH, open, 5 plus 3 plus 4, multiplied by 5. That gives you 60. Let's put that here, 60 plus, and then we have 2 times 0.5 times 3 times 4. That is 12. And finally, you have the numbers there. So you could hit add. Now when you hit add, you see answer. That answer is the 12. You just have to add the 60. You get 72. So it's up to you how you place them in the calculator. I hope you found this lesson helpful with finding the volume and surface area of a prism. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the lesson, please hit that like button. Also, if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscription button. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please drop them down below and I'll get back to you. And as always, good luck on your GED examination.